Really coming down yet, though, from Shepard, who's just holding out the angle for now.
That's it. Pasha was actually able to rotate off there before it became a big pressure situation. They've popped a little bit of space as they use the Flores drones to allow them the ability to cut off Sink and Coffee. Gets caught on the follow-up there. The swing round and the pre-fire down. Dan connects with Milon, who was sort of caught resting a little bit there. Try to catch the ankles, but couldn't quite lock it off. Rask is low health. He doesn't want to overextend, but look at the timer at the top, 10 seconds. Shepard's got to see if he can drop and make this connect. Dan's doing all the work he can, but over the top, there's Dan dropped. Now with only a handful of seconds left, an Echo drone drifts around the corner. It's up. The Nitro over the top doesn't quite connect, can't get it, and always comes through with the double that secured the round in those final 5 seconds. I believe that's where the body was, though we did see another player playing towards the bottom of red, so it could have been elsewhere. It's actually there, the lock off onto Milon, and that's again another body to full. Kajeka has to try and find his way back to the top. This aggressive game isn't really working out so far for VP. Kajeka is going to head round. There is someone who's gone for the swing. He's going to just not quite make it as a body drops on the site itself. Rask is now currently the only one left. Kajeka is caught.
Coming down, there is plenty of information to work off here for Virtus Pro. Dan decides to quickly up onto an RCE, use it as a bit of intel gathering, maybe even take care of a rotation, a player or not. A piece of utility as Shepard just swings in and gets the kill. He digs in deep right away and goes to the plant. It's only up to Rask right now inside of the bathroom, gets the first kill. Rotates all the way over to the cocktail balcony. But the question is, will they be aware as he swings around the corner and is jumping on that table, hoping to find an elevated angle?
I mean, the first kill for this on Empire to lead them in was fantastic. Now they've just got to see if they can find a loose Rask. He's dabbled around, finds the first fight, and just locks it off. 30 seconds, and the last body's gone all the way up. Dan got out of there via the top of red, puts himself onto the skylight, is going to send a Flores drone in, and that's going to put a bit of a problem on this defuse. Has to pull himself away and wait for the explosion, and he's sending in the boys one after the other, and that's how he's stemming it. He locks it off with the gun, but I said we're going to see a lot of Flores. I mean, we're also going to see a lot of ways it can be used. Unfortunately, the Gun 6 is caught there. Can he use the grenade to drop the bulletproof camera so he doesn't
he did get it,
but that didn't connect either. A bit of a mistake as Milon is able to open up with the double, swung around with the Ump, unable to find two heads, two quick blows to Empire.
Joystick now dropping down towards the bottom floor. Milon picks up his triple, still with a UMP. He's doing some absolute work right here. Shepard is looking to try and maybe challenge the angle as well. Spots out someone on the back of cocktail balcony though. He's thinking about potentially going for that gunfight first, but he's not able to hit him yet. This Joystick just at the bottom of the white stairs, waiting for someone to push in. Goes aggressive right now, tries to go for the pre-fire, but Pasha is the one to get that one in the end, and Milon locks it off for the 4K. So flawless round from Virtus Pro. Now will be their first one on the board.
Swing, and they're going to have to sort of sit pretty and hope that they're able to get the early take.
Always has been spotted, tries to fall back. Doesn't know if Kajeka knows, of course, but Rask gets the first kill. Yeah, once more, Repel in actually came through. Joystick is about to be swinging right onto him, gets that kill, and that means that Cocktail now seems to be in control. Always with a grenade kill, will be bringing it up next as well. As Milon manages to find a trade, and we continue going on here with another C4 from below. It brings it back to a 2-2 with just 60 seconds left here.
Some angles, the one thing that's becoming a bit of a pressing matter is 20 seconds. Whatever they stick has to work and connect, and always, well, he might stay up here, but it's a massive risk because if anything goes wrong, you won't be able to recollect that diffuser, so they're going to have to double down. Go for the drive and hope the cover comes through. The first fight comes out. Virtus Pro, no, they just need to pull back, and it's round the back. Here it is, WTG! Off the back of the side by the Christmas tree, and whatever you guys call that. I saw there was a bit on Twitter
to go for a drop or an actual take, and as they now seem to be putting down a little bit of an ID towards the bakery side, they have the opportunity to catch Kajeka off guard, but they need to be very quick for it. The question is, do they know? It seems like they don't. The Elder comes in and picks up the first as Joystick instantly responds.
No, they 100% had an idea that he was there, but they couldn't quite connect with the kills, and he was quick enough. Pasha pops the shotgun round the side, leaves Shepard alone. The mute jammers, the Aruni gates to cover the approach from Freezer. The adaptation Virtus Pro utilized was what drove them towards the end of the round here.
More of these X-cars being used. You hear the ACS-12 actually going off, and only one of the two pellets will be detonating. It's right above on that bathroom. Just look at the angle here that Milon is setting up. We'll be able to take care of the ARC as well. Wonder if they're going to be aware of the fact that he is playing down there, and that is going to be the kill from that angle. Milan now will be falling back and jumping back on that big table.
Yeah, that's no way you can stay for too long, but it's paid off very early on. Joystick, in the meantime, is able to spray into the first fight and the second, with Karsheka putting a bit of a balance back over the fight towards the long bar itself. Joystick is trying to keep driving himself. He wants to go further up white. They're holding off the cover in the rotation, and the canister gets popped 20 seconds. And that's now the concern. Do they try and run their way up white and push the fight onto Pasha and Lumber, or do they rotate and go across the firing field that is Milan repeatedly hitting that heavy hammer shotgun? They're going and trying to stick it just on the in row of the default plant, with Always offering all the cover he can. Pasha drives his way through, looks for the first fight. He goes high, but Joystick went low, and that just leaves Milan with that big hammer hitting gun. He's been able to open up the second person this round. Now he has the moral decision. Do they try and take the fight all the way down? It's made for him by Joystick, revealing that they know exactly where he is. The Bulletproof is looking all the way over the long bar as they're going for the rotate. Fortunately dropped, with Empire locking off the even half just about, and we find ourselves 3 for 3. If anything, it's just going to buy them a bit of an opportunity here to open up the split instead. Scyther still dancing. His place is now untenable. There's no way to really keep yourself safe from those two angles, and it's Pasha that actually opens up Dan with the first swing round. Dan, who is obviously caught as well, isolated in the bathroom, couldn't really go anywhere else. WTG's going to long arm the grenade down white stairs. Goodbye, Joystick. Caught out, and now they've suddenly got a bit of momentum. 2 bodies down, and one more for measure underneath, and suddenly Virtus.pro is everywhere, from no control and no locks to 4 bodies down, and an attempt on the diffuser, make it a flawless, and Virtus.pro, they fired into that top floor.
And it's being tossed in still. Joystick needs to go a bit more aggressive here as flashbangs are coming in on his back, and has to drop the hatch at some point. Still has the opportunity to do that. Drones are definitely spotting him out with Dan for a jump out for the double! Empire are able to lock off 2. It's Rask, however, to find 1, and suddenly he's in the middle of the site here. Has the opportunity to pick up some kills, but no, it's the prone angle from Joystick. I believe that is, no, Scyther that will be able to pick up that kill. Leaves it all up to WTG right now on the back of the white stairs. Goes for the 1 on the top, but it's Joystick to lock it off in the end there. And Empire, the great jump out from Den there, or run out rather, able to pick up that double kill into that freezer just to create a bit of an opening on the VP side. This time they don't get the opportunity to, as WTG, well, he thought about swinging, but there's someone really far up actually in that hallway just sitting there.
Well, a very quick pick back up there, and Pasha puts at least 1 back in their favor, but in a 3 versus 2, you've got to do more than just scream across the site. Always takes the next 2. It's a trade, actually, to lock it out with Pasha, and the Virtus.pro timeout didn't quite pay the dividends that they wanted.
Before, you can only do that with the Buck. Technically, you can also do it together with the Sophie in that case, but that's a lot of utility gone for literally nothing there.
Russian operator, Russian map, Russian showdown, and a Russian opening as Pasha trades off with Rask and Joystick, but Always, in the midst of all of this, is able to swing around and get the opener. They're starting to try and put some pressure back in. The Lion can't quite connect with the default popped up. Always gets 1 more with that massive behemoth of a gun, and now Virtus.pro find themselves yet again 15 seconds trying to pull something together, a 4 versus 1. As the coat that was checked was the one being worn by the man. The shotgun tries to get the last, but it's Always to carry them over. As I said, the Russian operator in the Russian showdown gets the triple. They can't quite get the full revenge, and Scyther's got himself back up to a topped off top bit of health. The width on the balcony here by Joystick as he's waiting for the crossfire to come through, takes the fight to the man on the opposite side and drops them. That's going to instantly get called, but now suddenly Pasha is in a very tricky situation. Does he go for the fight with the Doc? Does he keep crawling and creeping his way forward? Joystick hasn't overextended. There it is, though.
Beautiful
leaving
timing.
Just Rask alone, and it's Joystick that locks it off. Empire find themselves the full win, shut down the run of Virtus.pro, and now with those updated rankings, second is where Empire currently sits.